The battles present in Demon Slayer are truly one of a kind, featuring beautiful visuals and stylistic gore that most people won't find in modern animes. It's easy to see how this series has managed to defeat One Piece in the manga sales record. With these amazing fights comes amazing attacks. Each and every breathing technique present in this show is a beauty to behold. Demons may attain superhuman strength, super fast generations, and immortality. But one thing that will inevitably kill them is prolonged exposure to the sun. Much like the vampires of the early Hollywood films, the warm rays of the sun can turn even the strongest demon into piles of ashes. Hinokami Kagura, or Dance of the Fire God, is a breathing style only known and taught by the Kamado family, which is later revealed to be the first breathing style ever, the sun breathing. The Hinokami Kagura is a breathing style that is passed on from father to son in every generation alongside with the Hanafuda earrings. The Kamado family uses the breathing style within a ritual ceremony practiced every new year. Whether the breathing style user offers the fire god a dance from sunset to sunrise to ward off threats and diseases. The dance is composed of 12 segments repeated throughout the night. The last user of this breathing style was Tanjiro Kamado, who learned a breathing style from his father Tanjiro Kamado. Other people can learn this technique too if taught by Kamado descendants. Tanjiro's fight against Rui offers us our first glimpse at the Hinokami Kagura dance, which aside from being one of the most beautifully animated scenes in the anime, is quite a significant moment. At first, it appears to be a ritual passed down through generations of Tanjiro's charcoal merchant family as a dance and offering to Hinokami, the fire of god. However, the dying Kyojuro Rengoku, the flame Hashira, tells Tanjiro that the book at his family's house may contain some information about Hinokami Kagura. At Rengoku's house, Tanjiro meets the flame Hashira's younger brother, Senjuro, and father Shinjiro. This meeting isn't well received by Shinjiro, who, after seeing Tanjiro's Hanafuda earrings, assumed that he practiced the art of sun breathing, which is a term that Tanjiro has never heard of. The former flame Hashira tells Tanjiro that all other breathing forms are nothing more than imitations of the original sun breathing. Senjuro later sends him a letter about finding the Hinokami Kagura has 13 forms. Tanjiro eventually confirms this for himself and gains a better understanding of sun breathing following a series of strange dreams called inherited memories from his ancestor Sumiyoshi. In these memories, Tanjiro experiences events from the life of Sumiyoshi, who is a distant ancestor of his, who spoke with Yorichi Sugikuni. Yorichi was both the creator of the sun breathing and a legendary swordman from the Sengoku period. As a demon slayer, he is renowned as the strongest in the organization's history, pairing his breathing technique with the demon slayer mark and ability to see the transparent void. With the combination of the skills and his inherited talent, Yorichi almost single-handedly defeated Muzan during their fight. Yorichi Sugikuni was the first one to discover this unique art of breathing, and he later went on to become one of the greatest demon slayers of all time. He tried teaching sun breathing to various Hashiras of his time, but none could come close to match him, so he had to break sun breathing into various other forms like flame, wind, water, and many more. However, these new breathing styles are far inferior to the one they originated from. So, in order to make sure that the art of sun breathing doesn't get lost over time, he teaches it to his friend Sumiyoshi, who happened to be Tanjiro's ancestor from the Sengoku era. Impressed by the beauty of this technique, Sumiyoshi passed it to upcoming generations, which ultimately ended up with Tanjiro. In the time since Yorichi's death, Muzan and the upper rank 1 demon Kokushibo, who is also Yorichi's twin brother, killed anyone who knew sun breathing. While there are still descendants of Breath of Sun users like Munichiro Tokito, the Mist Hashira, it's Tanjiro's family who helped to keep the original style alive. As the final battle against Muzan rages on, Tanjiro realizes that connection between his family's dance and the sun breathing. Sun breathing was initially created with 12 techniques all connected to one another by Yorichi Sugikuni. Later upon, after meeting Muzan, Yorichi perfected his swordmanship form, creating a new 13th form. Now let's take a look at all of these 13 forms one by one. The first form name is Dance. The simplest sun breathing technique on this list is a high powered slash that can absolutely decimate opponents. Tanjiro unwillingly pulls off this move during his fight against Rui, marking the first instances of him using the sun breathing technique. Tanjiro expanded on this move of the dancing flash, combining this technique alongside with thunderclap and flash to allow for fast slash that can absolutely decimate opponents. This move might not be as fast as Zenitsu's thunderclap or flash, but is extremely powerful when executed correctly. The second form is Clear Blue Sky. Much like the second form of water breathing, the technique involves 360-degree rotation to amplify the vulnerability of the slash. Watching this move in motion in the episode was an absolute blast for audience. The third form is Raging Sun. No fighting technique can be effective just by relying on the attack. So Yoruichi created the third form, which involves horizontal slashes to hit or defend the incoming attack simultaneously. Raging Sun is a simple yet powerful attack which unleashes two powerful horizontal slashes. This move can be used for either attack or defense, making it incredibly versatile. When it does appear in the anime, it's sure to wow viewers. The fourth form is Burning Bones Summer Sun. The user unleashes a large circular slash that defends from any frontal attacks. If the previous form was the perfect balance of attack and defense, this one is entirely defense centric, unlike the two horizontal slashes of the Raging Sun. This technique allows for the circular slash that completely covers the area around the user. This makes Burning Bones Summer Sun a perfect move to both dish out some pain and defend from blows too. The fifth form is Setting Sun Transformation. The Setting Sun Transformation is easily one of the most flamboyant sun breathing technique around. The movement of this technique involves a backflip to build the momentum. Following this, the user delivers a powerful slash using this momentum to great effect. With the right application, this technique can easily decapitate lesser enemies. Now the next sixth form is Solar Heat Haze. This technique deceives the opponent with a simple slash that seems to miss but actually hits the target when the time comes. The haze covering the blaze is meant to distract enemies from the fact that the blade has already slashed them, making them dodge the blow well after it has already struck them. The next and the seventh form is Beneficent Radiance. The user spirals into air and delivers a powerful slash that surrounds the enemy, making them unable to move anywhere. This technique most of the time guarantees that your attack is gonna hit your opponent. The eighth form is Sunflower Thrust. As you can guess from the word thrust in his name, the technique involves a single thrust attack with the pointed end of the sword. The ninth form is Dragon Sun Halo Head Dance. The Dragon Sun Halo Head Dance is easily one of the flashiest sun breathing moves on this list. The impressive and flashy name itself should be indicative of just how powerful this move really is. With this move, the user lets loose a single continuous attack in the same vein as a constant flux. Fittingly enough, this attack takes the form of flame-coated dragon that has the ability to decapitate multiple enemies in one go. The 10th form is Fire Wheel. There are several wheel themes attack present across multiple breathing styles in Demon Slayer. However, the fire wheel attack of the sun breathing style boasts a unique difference. It is superior to the second form of sun breathing in terms of power generated, but requires a lot of stamina to pull it off. Unlike the other attacks that are pretty direct without any fancy movements, the fire wheel technique mandates the use to jump behind the enemy to flank them, before unleashing the circular sword attack. It's an attack which is perfect for an action manga. The 11th form is Fake Rainbow. Just like the Solar Heat Haze, Fake Rainbow is another attack meant to deceive an enemy. However, unlike Solar Heat Haze, it's not the sword that is meant to serve as a source of confusion. Rather, it's the body of the user itself. This is because Fake Rainbow involves a ton of quick spins and tricky footworks that leaves after images of the user in its wake. This is bound to confuse enemies who try to hit these after images but goes in vain. The 12th form is Flame Dance. After all of this amazing attack, the information about Flame Dance might come across to see some readers as underwhelming. However, don't underestimate simplicity. The sheer power of this attack makes it a formidable move. Flame Dance involves a combination of both a powerful vertical and horizontal slash. If used properly, it can spell doom for most of the foes. And at the last, there is 13th form. The 13th form of the sun breathing style is unique in the sense that it doesn't really have a name of its own. Rather, it's a combination of all of the 12 forms present in this style, used in succession to maximum their power. This move was used by Tanjiro solely to defeat Muzan. After all, the 12 hearts of Muzan could move around in his body, so Tanjiro needed to kill him in this one fell swoop, which is why Tanjiro resorted to this powerful technique. And these were all of the 13 forms of the sun breathing in detail. We talked about the origin and history of the sun breathing and their forms and all of the other information that is available to us within the manga and anime. What are your thoughts about this sun breathing technique? And on the scale of 10, how much powerful do you think the sun breathing technique is? Let me know about your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I post daily anime content about top 10 top 5 listings, anime reviews, recommendations, news theories, and all sorts of anime content on daily basis. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and that was it, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara.